Welcome back to my next playthrough series. I'm back. Yes, back from vacation and back from some rough personal things that have happened recently, but here we are again. All right, so we're at the entrance. We are playing Dungeon Run. This is a mostly competitive game, although there can be some cooperation in it. And I'm going to be doing a 3-player playthrough. And so we have our 3 characters. We're going to take a closer look at them in a minute. We have an entrance tile. And we have a bunch of dungeon tiles that have been shuffled appropriately that we will be going through. If you want to know how to play the game, you will figure that out during the playthrough, I guess. If you want to take a look at a rules overview, Watch It Played has done a complete how to play this game. So I suggest you take a look at that. All right, we're going to take a look at the 3 characters. I'm going to be playing this one right here, the Valiant Knight. And then we have Stabbins, the Goblin, Cave Goblin. We also have Vargag, who is a Tundra Orc. Yes, set in the world of Summoner Wars. All right, let's take a look at our individual characters. All right, so the first character here is going to be played by me. So we're going to do it from the perspective of myself. So what we have is a bunch of ability cards here, and these were all shuffled at the beginning of the game for setup. Grab 2 of them and pick 1 of them. So I am human. The prayer is my keyword for using items and such. I have 4 brawn, 4 magic, 1 skill. Those are the number of dice rolled for certain things in the game. I have 7 life. My abilities are Turn Undead. Add your skill rating to the magic rating when attacking an undead monster or undead hero. Blessed. You remove 1 extra rune marker when you rally. Rallying takes place when you undo a trap or defeat a monster. And this one orange one here, when you defeat the boss monster, which is the key to the game, and retrieve the summoning stone, to win the game you have to get back to the entrance space of the dungeon or have all other players killed and you're the surviving player. So that's when this one would take effect. So it's dormant until that happens. And it says chosen by Dane. At the end of each of your turns, remove 1 wound marker from your card. And the special ability I've chosen for my character with draw 2 cards, pick 1 is Divine Strength. As a special action, you may remove 1 wound marker from yourself and every other hero that is still alive. And it says you may. So I don't think I can just remove it from myself. You have to remove it from yourself and everyone. So I can't just do that. All right, so that's my character, Adolagar Vane. I'm a questing knight of the Vanguards. Up next, we'll take a look at Stabbins, the Cave Goblin Sneak. And here we have Stabbins, the Cave Goblin Sneak. His special keyword is Talent. Of course, he's a goblin. He has 4 brawn, 1 magic, 5 skill, so he's very good at disarming traps. Only has 6 life. Of course, he also has a shuffled stack of cards. Now, these are used for leveling up. I didn't mention that. When you cash in 2 encounter cards, as an action, you can level up. And we'll take a quick look at all the actions once we look at the characters. All right, so he's slippery. It says you may add one to each die roll for an escape attempt for every point of magic rating you have. Wow, that is quite a lot, because he's rolling 5 dice. He gets to add +1 to each one of the die. When he's attempting to get rid of our disarm traps. He's sneaky. When you place a wound marker on a monster, you may secretly look at any treasure cards on the monster's tile. Normally when treasures and monsters come out together, treasures go face down, monsters and traps face up. And he's dirty. Once per action, you may change any 1 die you rolled in an attack to a number of your choice. Wow, so he can just make it whatever he likes when he's attacking but not defending. And his special ability, when he has the summoning stone, the living heart of savagery. Your dirty ability allows you to change any 2 dice you rolled in an attack to a number of your choice. Wow, this guy is pretty nasty, but you know, we are the knight, so we'll probably be able to deal with him. So yes, we all start out in the entrance. We're all sort of working together, kind of, and then once somebody has the summoning stone, then all hell breaks loose. All right, let's take a look at Vargag. He's the Tundra Orc. And then I think we're going to have a first round of the game to show you how it works. And yes, I forgot to mention his burgle ability, which is his special ability. It says instead of attacking normally, you may attack a monster using your skill rating, which is 5. If you cause any hits, you do not damage the monster, but instead you may take one treasure or artifact card on that tile. You cannot block hits when using burgle. So he can steal treasure items when he's attacking a monster, but he won't be able to wound the monster. So anyway, on we go now to Vargag. And this is Vargag, the Tundra Orc Outcast. So his keyword here is war. You'll see how that works when we get treasure cards like weapons and items and things. Of course, he also has his deck. Now, there's 8 cards left here, so they can level up 4 times, getting another special ability each time. So 6 brawn. He's very beefy. 1 magic, 2 skill, 7 life. And he has Fury. When you complete a battle action and fail to defeat your target, roll a die. On a roll of 5+, you may immediately make a free battle action against the same target. Normally, battle actions cost an action to do. This ability may be used more than once per turn, so he gets kind of frenzied and goes into it. And he has Onslaught of Ice. When a hero enters your tile, this is a Summoning Stone ability. On a roll of 3 to 4, the hero receives a wound marker. On a roll of 5+, a hero receives 2 wound markers. Nasty. And he also has Berserk that he's chosen. You may place 1 wound marker on your card to re-roll all of your attack dice. You must accept the new result. Wow. So I'm going to zoom in quickly here. We're going to take a look at the actions heroes can take on their turn. Each turn you get to play 2 actions, and then there's a list of free actions that don't count against your hero's 2 actions. So there's a little summary card. So take a quick look at that, and then I think we're ready to begin. So yeah, let's take a look at that, and then let's get going. Okay, so what it says here, heroes may take 2 actions per turn. So you can move to an adjacent tile when no monster shares your tile. You can escape, move to an adjacent tile when a monster shares your tile, and battle, attack a monster or hero who shares your tile, and equip, move any number of cards between those you have equipped and those in your loot pile. You may trade with any heroes you share a tile with. So there's the semi-cooperative abilities going on. You can search. If no monsters are present, reveal any treasure and artifact cards on your tile. Then keep the ones you like, placing them in your loot pile or equipping them. And you can advance as an action. Discard 2 encounter cards from your loot pile to gain a training marker. You also draw 2 ability cards and choose 1 to keep. Training markers, you can either get a +1 magic, +1 skill, or +1 brawn marker. Alright, let's take a look at the other side of this card for free actions. Alright, and here's the back side, which is free actions do not count against the hero's 2 actions per turn. We have Disarm, made immediately when a trap is revealed. We have Assist. Voluntarily aid a hero you share a tile with in the battle when they battle, disarm, or escape. Sabotage. Hinder a hero you share a tile with when they battle, disarm, or escape. Rally. Remove 1 wound marker after disarming a trap, killing a monster, or aiding another hero. And we have Summon. At the beginning of his turn, a hero equipped with the Summoning Stone, and that's only when they have equipped the Summoning Stone, may draw and place 1 monster card on any 1 tile not already containing a monster. Okay, what else do we have? I think we'll look quickly at the cards that come with the game, and then we're just going to get into it. So once again, I've used my handy-dandy Staples business card holder here. I've got a bunch of these to hold cards. So there's artifact cards in the game, 4 of them. These are specific things that are triggered through specific encounter cards and defeating certain monsters and stuff. So these are a separate little pile of 4 items. We have a treasure deck which has, I don't know, 20 or so treasure cards, and they're different items and equipment and what have you. And we have the encounter deck, which is around 50 some card or 40 something, can't remember. And we have 4 bosses. One of the bosses we've already put on the boss tile, which is revealed when the last tile of the game is revealed. And 3 of them, so we don't know. So I'm not sure which boss we get. We'll find that out at the end of the game. Okay, I think probably the best way then to show you how the game works is just to get playing it. I will show you, of course, we have this huge dungeon tile. So this is the dungeon run stack that has been shuffled and built accordingly. It's basically 4 basic tiles and 2 special tiles per character. So those have all been shuffled together. So some of the tiles we're not using. And then we have the boss lair, which will show up at the end of the game with the boss card, which I don't know which boss we have because it's been randomly chosen. All right, I guess the first thing we need to do is figure out who's going to be the first player, and then we'll have a round, and you'll kind of see how the game works. All right, so I have the handy dandy dice tower, my dice tray that I built. So for us, we're just going to roll a 6-sided die for each one of our characters. So we'll start with myself playing the knight. I roll a 5, then Stabbins rolls a 5 as well, and then we have 3 for Varg. So Stabbins and I are going to roll off. So myself, I roll a 4, and Stabbins rolls a 5. Stabbins will be going first. And so let's go ahead and begin the game. We're going to do one round, and that'll be it for episode for today. All right, so we have Stabbins here, and really the only thing we can do at the beginning of the game is he's going to do a move action. So he's going to move this way. That's the only exit to the tile. So off he goes to take the top tile of the Dungeon Run deck, and it's a regular room, and it has 4 entrance and exits on it. And if you look, you get a treasure on a roll of a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you get an encounter on a roll of 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So he's going to be placing that here, and there's rules for placing tiles. We'll get into them when we get to it. So we need to roll a die, if we can see it here, and see what he gets for his roll. He gets a 3, and a 3 means he's going to get a treasure and also an encounter. So the treasure card is going to go face down on the tile. Don't know what it is. However, the encounter card is face up. So what does he need to encounter? He gets Scything Blades. Okay, if this will focus properly, come on. And to disarm, choose Brawn or Skill and roll that number of dice. Every roll of a 4+ is a success. 2 successes are needed to avoid taking damage. Well, this is the perfect thing for Stabbins because he has his wonderful slippery ability. So we're going to roll his skill, which is 5. He has 5 dice, and he gets sneaky. Gets +1, doesn't he? You may add 1 to each die rolled for the escape attempt for every point of magic. Oh, escapes. Sorry, escapes are when you're trying to run away from monsters. So basically he gets 5 dice. He needs 4 pluses. He needs 2 successes to avoid the Scything Blades. And what does he get? Wow, he gets 4, 5, and 6. So he just does it, actually. He gets 3 successes. So he gets to keep this card as an encounter card for leveling up because he's overcome the Scything Blades, and that was his first action. So that was not an action to do the disarming of the trap. That's an automatic free action, if we remember from the free action card. And of course, he is first player. So he has another action left. He can move again, or he can do a search action and find out what is this treasure. And I think that's what he's going to do. So he will search, and he finds heroic armor. Oh, great. So we have a little Stabbins cave goblin with heroic armor. And it says here, War and Prayer. Now, his card, he has talent, so he can't use this. So it's just going to go into his stash. If he was able to use it, he would roll 2 dice. After a monster hero attacks you, any numbers rolled can block hits immediately. You can't use it for hitting dice. Well, you'll see that in action when we get into monsters. So this basically is his card, but he can't use it, so kind of useless for him. But now we can trade in the game. We're on the same tile, but I don't think Stabbins going to be too eager to be trading stuff with us. So that was Stabbins going. Up next, Vargag. See what he wants to do. Well, Vargag is going to move 1 space here. That's his first action. And then for his second action, he's going to move off into this direction. So he will also draw a dungeon tile, and he gets a regular room. And you must orient the room so that it works. And again, treasure on a 1, 2, 3, encounter on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he will put it, how is he going to put it? He'll put it that way. Why not? Moves into the room, and he's going to be rolling 1 die. Let's see what he gets for that. So he gets a 5. That's not the greatest, because he gets no treasure, but he does get an encounter. Now, encounters aren't all bad because you can use them to level up. But he finds a fire vent trap. Oh boy. Disarm. Choose magic or skill. Roll that number of dice. For every roll of 4+ is a success. 3 successes are needed to avoid taking damage. Otherwise, he's going to take 2 damage. So there's a fire trap in there. And his skill is 2. And what was... magic? And his magic is 1. So I do believe he's going to be taking some fire damage because he doesn't have enough dice to roll. He needs 3 successes. Well, he gets 2 successes, but that's not 3. And so the fire trap is going to be discarded, and he's going to be taking 2 wound markers. Yeah, 3 successes. So bad luck for him. He ends up getting 2 wounds. And so we're going to take these little wound tokens. They have 3 on one side, 1 on the other. We're going to put them on his player card. He has health of 7, so that wasn't the greatest of luck for Vargag. But hey, this is a competitive game, so we're not too worried about him. If he gets knocked out, so be it. And if you get knocked out before the boss monster is defeated, you're basically knocked out. You lose a turn, you'll revive and continue playing on. If the summoning stone is in possession of any one player and you get down to 0 hit points, you're eliminated, you're killed in the game. That's how it works. Okay, up next is going to be us. Adlogar Vane. We are the questing knight of the Vanguards. Alright, well, we do want to explore as well. So we're going to go 1, that's our first action, and 2, we're going to move over to this space. And we pull a dungeon tile, and we see what we get. Ooh, we get a special room. It's a cursed stone. No hero abilities. So we can't use any of our hero abilities or in adjacent tiles. Wow, so that's pretty lame. So it means we get no encounter, no treasure. We have just wandered into this particular room that negates special abilities in any adjacent room, which would be this one too, and anything we connect here. And now that's everyone having had a turn. And so what the first player would do now is roam any monsters. We have no monsters on the board, so they won't be roaming. So you won't see that in action in this episode. And then the first player marker moves to the next player, which is going to be Vargag, the Tundra Orc. Okay, and that very quickly then is our introductory and episode 1 for today. So we're spreading out a bit. We're looking for the boss monster's lair. We want to defeat him, get the summoning stone, get back to the entrance tile to win the game. Easier said than done. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is an older Plaid Hat game. I think, I'm trying to remember when this came out, 2003 or 4 or 5. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But it's one of their earlier games. Still kind of just a fun, quick dungeon romp. It has some issues, of course, that people complain about, but whatever. Doing it here for fun to show you how it works. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.